What's going on? We're out here today. We're going to change the spark plugs on this 2022 Honda BF250D. Honda's new to me. I've always had Yamahas. Got a new boat, came with this Honda. So it's like learning a new language. I feel like Yamaha's super organized with their maintenance interval service kits, and Honda's more a la carte. They both have really good reputations, but you really have to piecemeal together your orders and find out what's due by looking at service manuals instead of just going online and buying a 100-hour service kit and getting everything. Supposedly I talked to a Honda mechanic today that Honda will be coming out with something like that where you can buy a 200-hour service kit and get everything you need, but it doesn't seem like it's available yet, but it's coming. One thing I purchased is the shop manual. It was about 110 bucks, but with anything you do, you're gonna save more than that, pretty much right out of the gate. So I'm not a mechanic. I like working on the boat motors myself. One, because it teaches me how to do this stuff. I know my motor better, but also it keeps me out on the water instead of towing this thing to a mechanic that you can't get into. You're losing time on the water. I like staying up on my maintenance, even being more overkill with it. But yeah, it keeps more money in my pocket that I can spend on other stuff on the boat, and I like knowing that it gets done too. So today we're going to change the plugs. With that, we're going to need a 10mm socket to remove this, and then we'll need a spark plug socket to remove the spark plug inside. There's 6 spark plugs on this motor, 3 on this side and then 3 on the other side. It's the same process for all of them, so we'll just do one, and then that should be enough. So it tells you in the shop manual, and I believe also in the manual that came for the motor with the motor, what spark plugs you need. It says 2 different kinds. One's a standard, this one says optional. This one was $1 extra. Supposedly this one's quieter because there's less electrical hum. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you can see, that's the part number there. And yeah, buy 6 of them. That's what you're gonna need. So we'll start by removing the PTC collar. And again, that's with a 10mm socket. Hold on, neighbor kids are calling. Sorry, I was interrupted by neighborhood kids. This is called a PTC. I tried to look up what that stands for, couldn't find it. But these are pretty fragile. So it says if you drop them, replace them. So make sure you have a secure place to put them once you take them off so you don't drop them. You have to start by releasing this electrical sensor here. So you do that by pressing down, and then you can just pull it right off. It comes off pretty easily. There's your screw and washer. Put that somewhere safe. Now you can remove your PTC. That's what it looks like. It says, do not drop, or you'll have to replace it. I'm sure they're not cheap either. But then that's your spark plug down in there. I'll set this down. Yeah, if you look down in there, you can see the spark plug. So that's all there is to it. And then we gotta put our spark plug socket on. We'll get that spark plug out of there. You definitely don't want to go too long with this. because they can seize up in there. They recommend an inspection, but I just replace them. I mean, it's not super cheap, but still not there. Used to Yamaha, they're right there. You just pop off this rubber grommet and then you can totally see your plug, so you know exactly when you have it out of there. Pretty sure this thing's not even in there anymore, but it doesn't want to come out. There we go. So it's a little bit carbon buildup, so we're just going to replace it and the new one, and yeah, get a couple hundred hours out of it and then replace them again. So for comparisons, there's your old plug, and then you got your shiny new plug. So yeah, probably a good time to replace that one. There's a torque setting, I believe, on these. I don't have a torque wrench, so I just snug them up. All right, it's in there. Time to reverse the order. So we'll get our 10mm socket ready. Get our PTC collar. That we didn't drop. Slides back over the plug. Connect our wire. And one of them's done. So I don't know what they charge to replace all those at a shop, but I guarantee it's at least in Southern California $100 to $200 and I don't know, maybe even $300. So if you can save that time and money, get yourself back on the water, go for it. I couldn't find a lot of other Honda videos on little maintenance stuff that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna replace the low pressure fuel filter, the high pressure fuel strainer, and I'll do a water pump. I'll make a little video for all that stuff just so it's out there. So again, I'm no expert. I'm just a guy that wants to stay on the water, so you guys can reference it for what it is. All right, thanks for watching.